Welcome, welcome. It's such an honor to be here with each and every one of you. Today feels like such a beautiful ceremony to go into in the collective with other beings to share this experience of becoming empty and connecting to that emptiness that is full of life force energy. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who has experienced a different kind of emptiness in their life, because there is an emptiness that can come along with depression, and that kind of emptiness we can experience a lot of isolation and loneliness. And today we're really going to be exploring a different expression of emptiness, and that emptiness that allows us to be filled by something that is beyond our current understanding. It is the emptiness that is connected to the great mystery of life. It is deeply weaved into the unknown worlds of spirit where miracle can unfold. And so this theme of emptiness, it showed up in my life it was like probably 3 weeks ago now, where it became really prevalent, and it was this tangible experience. And when it first came into my life, it kind of triggered a little bit of a freak out, for lack of a better word. There was kind of just like, oh my God, what's happening? Because I've very much been grounded in my sense of self, what I want in life, what my purpose is, and it felt like this rug was pulled out from underneath me, where it's like I felt like I didn't know who I was, didn't know what I wanted, didn't know what my purpose was. And this was kind of scary when it came up. But when I allowed it to kind of just happen through me and didn't resist it, this happened within like a couple hours, where it just like it moved through. I took a bath and I just started to feel the peace that was coming with this emptiness, of letting go of identities that I had associated with, letting go of even, like we label things as good and bad, and even being able to let go of things that I've been really proud of, like even being a sound healer, like being able to just like let go of identities. And I felt like I was suddenly nothing and everything, and just kind of existing in this womb of infinite potential, where there was no longer any pressure to be something or to figure anything out. And so I've been in this process of allowing the emptiness to nurture my soul and to be comfortable with not knowing. And what happens, to be curious about it, like what happens if we don't know who we are? What happens if we don't know what we desire? In Kundalini Yoga, they speak a lot about being desireless, and I'm starting to understand this in a deeper way. I feel like this desirelessness is more of it's a place where spirit can fill you with like its natural, true essence that is beyond desire. It's a true state of being and embodiment. And so the intention for today is really going to be to move any energy that might be preventing us from fully leaning into this or dissolving into this experience of emptiness. And as I personally have been going through this process of becoming empty, it became very obvious there were some very common themes of what was being purged out of my system as I was going through this process of emptiness. And it was in connection to truth and being comfortable with truth. My own truth, I feel like I have been pretty comfortable with, but sometimes receiving the truth of others has been more of a challenge, because I have had patterns of defaulting into thinking that I'm not enough or there's something wrong with me, and it would activate this experience of insecurity, and I started to understand insecurity as something a little different from like, I feel like I grew up thinking of insecurity as like lack of confidence. And I started to understand insecurity in terms of like structure and stability. And that insecurity would just start to like vibrate and threaten my being in a way, like its existence. And so that has kind of been the process I've been going through and there's been magical shifts in receiving truth and recognizing that like, oh, this is what's happening, and then having another relationship that delivered me someone else's truth. And the second time I received it after going through those reflections in that week, I felt zero threat in my body, and I could receive that truth with an open heart, and we were just able to, you know, co-create harmony in our relationship and deepen our intimacy and trust in one another, which was just so beautiful. And then the aspect of control, I am just beginning to understand how control can really prevent our experience of becoming empty, because we're grasping onto things. We're not letting things move. And so today we're going to do a little bit of a journal prompt, a guided journal prompt into just seeing into what's there in relation to control, to see if we can help loosen that grasp. That way everything is out on the paper, and then we can go into the sound experience and really just move this energy so that we can experience more trust with the unknown, more surrender with the unknown, and really allow our highest expression to pour from the source of our spirit within. And so if you would like to grab a journal and a pen, something to write with, or paper, and if you don't have that available right now, that's also okay. You can just do some inner reflections. And so the first question that I'm going to leave you with is, what has been a repeating obsessive thought for you? What is a reoccurring theme? And I will write this into the chat. And it can show up in many different ways. And so maybe you're going to write down a few thoughts and see if you can find a connection and a theme existing between these thoughts. What is something that's taking up a lot of space in your mind? Maybe you're going to bed thinking about it. Maybe you're trying to figure something out. When you have kind of gotten this out, have clarity on what this reoccurring thought is, what this pattern is that's taking up space in your being, that is preventing you from relaxing in your life and experiencing space, just type a 1 in the chat so that I know that you are ready to move on to the next question. then for the next question is, what is the purpose of this thought? What is this thought trying to protect? What is this thought trying to control? Why is this thought here? And you can note what are some of the positive aspects of this thought, and what are maybe some of the negative aspects of this thought. How is it limiting you? Where is this thought coming from? Is it coming from a place of love and trust? Or is it coming from a place of fear and control? When you feel complete with that reflection, just type a 1 in the chat. It's really interesting because when we're in a place of like trying to control our outcomes, whatever it is in our life, we are suffocating space for, the divine intervention, for spirit to surprise us. Okay, and so the last question that we're going to go into, it's more of an intention, is what is your intention for this ceremony? To just write that out. What is your intention? And maybe focus on putting this intention around a feeling, an emotion, less about a particular outcome and more about a sensation within your own being. Have your intention written down, just drop a 1 in the chat so that I know you are all set. And so I did have a little bit of a recall. So now that we have all of this written out, beautiful. I am just going to introduce the planets that are part of our ceremony today. And so as you know, I've been going through this process of unbecoming. I have been connected with other sisters who are also in this process, and brothers. And what I have been experiencing is initially like these ego deaths. And so when I'm working with an ego death, I bring in Jupiter and the Sun. Pluto and the Sun. Because Pluto is all about death and rebirth, liberation. It is the phoenix that rises from the ashes. Pluto breaks down structures so that they can reassemble into higher octaves. And so collectively, you know, we had Pluto going through Capricorn, which was breaking down a lot of structures that have been being held in our collective together. And so on a personal level, Pluto really helps to break apart the structures, which are our beliefs, which are our emotions, and really create space so that they can reassemble in a higher octave. And so the Sun plays the role of, the Sun is our like soul identity. It's who we've signed up for in this life. We've signed up for this experience to grow in this sign. And so Pluto helps to break down those identities that are living within us, the sense of self, the self that we've been comfortable with, that we know. And so Pluto is really going to support us to embody our highest expression of ourself. And then the third, I'm actually just going to play the Sun and Pluto right now so everyone can just have an experience with these planets. I've brought in is Sedna. She is a dwarf planet, was discovered in 2012, which, you know, is not by fluke. The Mayan prophecies, you know, predicted in 2012 there would be this return to unity consciousness where separation would hit its peak and we would start making our way back to remembering our unity. And so Sedna, she is here today because she is connected to our multidimensional self. She reconnects us to part of ourselves that we may have forgotten. The parts of ourselves that are unknown, that are beyond this world. And so she also brings in this compassion. And so this compassion to go through this grieving process of to let go of these parts of ourselves that we've maybe really loved and identified with, or maybe these parts that, we've felt struggle with. And she just really brings in this loving compassion so that we can let go and allow our multifaceted, multi-dimensional self to be experienced and expressed in this life. And so I'll just play Sedna for everyone. Sedna, so with an S. Yeah, S, Sedna. And so we are going to go into our sound ceremony. Yeah, Brielle, that's right. And so to have something comfortable to set up on, whether it's a yoga mat or lying on a mat or a couch or a bed, I personally like the floor with something soft, because then I make sure that I don't like fully fall into the void and maybe go to sleep. But you do whatever is good for you. Have some water close by. We're just going to take a quick little washroom break, so a couple minutes, and then we will go into our sound ceremony. You can get into your meditation space right now. If you do not need to use the washroom, you can just lie down and really start to settle into your space. And you are going to hear this pause. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to pause it. I'll just mute me. Settling into your space. Maybe just wiggling your body a little to just help the energy move and give yourself permission to fully land in this moment. Bringing your awareness to your breath. And really just allowing your breath to breathe you. Maybe before we fall into that natural breath, inviting in a fuller breath And with a sigh, just letting go of all that is no longer serving you in this moment. Using your voice, your sound to sigh out or tone out as you inhale and exhale. Or maybe it's just a soft sigh into your heart. And now allowing your breath to breathe you. Not trying to control or force the breath. It's really allowing the breath. And just noticing how you feel in your body right now. Notice where your breath is easily traveling into. And then noticing maybe where your breath has a harder time to travel to, where you may feel tension in your body. And just with your awareness, seeing if you can gently invite that space to open up to receive. Feeling the vitality enter your body with each breath. Breathing in the space that appears to be empty. The space that is so full of potential, harmony, and vitality. Breathing that in. Breathing into the core of your being. Breathing into your belly, your diaphragm, your chest. Feeling both your backside and front side of your body expand with your breath. Inviting your breath to be your teacher and your guide. Breathing into the backside of your body. Feeling your relationship with gravity as you feel your weight, your bones, your muscles, the fluids within your body just resting upon the ground. Noticing any places in your body where you may be holding on to tension or stress, and just inviting those places to soften. As you become more aware of your relationship with gravity and your ability to be held by our Divine Mother Earth. Breathing into your nervous system, into the roots of your body, and with your awareness, whether that's with your intention or your ability to see with your inner eye, your mind's eye, whether it's imagining or just having the intention, trusting, having faith that your subtle body is receiving these signals, and you're merely just having to be present and meet your experience with love, And so with your awareness, breathing your nervous system, your roots down into the soil of Mother Earth. Imagining the roots traveling through the earth to meet the roots of other plants. Feeling the moisture, the water in the soil, and breathing in the nutrition, the vitality and support into your being. Breathing in this moisture into the tissues of your body, into your muscles, into your fascia. Breathing your roots into the soil to meet the Earth Star. Noticing what color this is. And locking your awareness onto the Earth Star and breathing in the harmony, the coherence into your being, feeling the stability and support as you connect with our Divine Mother. With each inhale, feeling space open up inside of your body. And on your next exhale, allowing yourself a sigh to release all that is no longer serving. From this Earth Star, allowing your awareness to travel to the crystalline core of Mother Earth, the center of her being, however you sense or call that into your experience. Weaving your roots around her heart, allowing your roots to become her veins. Breathing in this sacred connection with our Divine Mother, allowing your heart to entrain into a sacred rhythm, with her heart becoming one heart, remembering our one heart. Feeling the stability and support, the nurturance as you connect with our sacred Mother. Breathing this energy into your spine, into all of your chakras. And into your heart. Feeling your heart expand. Feeling the electromagnetic field of your heart come into coherence with the field of Mother Earth. Calling in the presence of any guides or guardian angels, any ascended masters, elementals, any benevolent beings, spirits that you may be working with, any ancestors. Calling upon the healed ancestors. Calling upon the ancestors of light. Calling upon the ancestor who is most closely connected to the experience of emptiness, of deep surrender and trust, calling upon that ancestor to support you and guide your journey and your experience today. Now, with this connection of our Divine Mother, your higher self, your guides, breathing up your spine, allowing your awareness to blossom from the crown of your head to meet the cosmos, Father Sky. And allowing your branches to travel and extend to meet the constellation of your soul. Noticing lights, planets, suns. It's allowing a network, a constellation of your soul to be reconnected to, remembered, however it shows up and expresses for you, whether you can see it, or whether it's a feeling, or whether you are just trusting that it is happening. Breathing in these celestial bodies, these identities into your being, allowing the light to cascade into your spine. And into your entire being, vibrating your cells, creating more space for love and light to encompass your being. Breathing this connection into your heart, feeling the sacred union of our Divine Mother and Father with your boundless and infinite self. And breathing in the intention for your ceremony, for your journey. Breathing in gratitude for this intention, for the awareness and the opportunity to receive. Breathing in gratitude like it's already happened. And inviting Spirit to take you on a journey through sound. Gently bringing your awareness to your breath and into your body. Noticing how you feel, how your energy is expressing itself. Noticing any shifts or changes in your being from when you arrived. Breathing in gratitude for all that you are. Breathing in gratitude for the beauty that you bring to this world by your mere existence, your presence. Breathing into your spine and just noticing how the energy is moving. Noticing if the energy has a signature, moving like a river or a stream, a creek. Just noticing what that energy feels like. Maybe a waterfall. And then breathing into the back side of your body, feeling yourself lying on the surface, on the ground. Breathing into the core of your being and allowing your breath to travel to your limbs. Breathing into your heart. Welcoming in its guidance, its presence to inspire you into each and every moment, to live empty and open to receive the unknown wonder of the world, inviting in more awe, more adventure, more of the unknown. Breathing in this magnificence into each and every cell. And on your next exhale, allowing yourself a sigh into your heart. Taking a few breaths like this, allowing your presence to anchor. And then in your own time, inviting in a little bit of movement. These are suggestions, and so you do you, honor you. You may feel like wiggling your fingers and your toes. And as you do, feeling the connection of your fingers and your toes to the core of your being, connecting to your organs. Feeling these movements strum your divine instrument, your meridians. Maybe inviting in a circular motion, turning your wrist and ankles in one direction. Slow, gentle movements, and then the other direction. And then maybe bringing your hands above your head to stretch them away from your feet, giving your entire spine a nice stretch. And releasing that stretch with a sigh. Maybe turning over onto your side into a fetus position. And taking as much time as you need to come back into this space. Give you a few moments to arrive back. I'm going to play a song. So it's a good time to just be with the self. Have some water. If you feel inspired to write anything in your journal. And then we'll gather for a sharing circle. You're not expected to stay. If what feels most nurturing for you is to continue being in your own space, that's totally welcome. And you're more than welcome. Your presence is celebrated to come back into a sharing circle. And even if it's just to witness shares, however you want to be, it is welcome. And when we do come back, to let me know you're here, to just turn on your video so that we can connect and have a beautiful sharing circle.